Hello all, this is Jonna speaking. Today we are talking about trends and innovations in digital marketing. So the first question when I started to study this topic, to give you some new information, was the question that what is there in the future? Is it the final frontier? Or is the future already here? Because the problem I found out is that many of the things that people say that this is the future, they seem to be already invented. They haven't just taken into use as broad as possible. So the first thing that came up was the big data. Big data in the future is going to be more and more important. And for those who don't know what big data is something, or big data is online information. There is lots of information available online. The question is how to use that information, how to gather that information, in some cases how to mine that information or around the internet, and how to apply it in the way that you can use it for your company. We are also talking about fast data, so because they are creating the data faster and faster, and we should get it faster and faster for our companies. And then also machine learning, that machines can learn how different things work. They can create models, they can create visual graphs and so on. So that's one of the things about big data, how to use it in our company. That's one of the biggest challenges. Also, privacy and security are the questions that come into mind when we are talking about big data. How to guarantee that our customers' information isn't spread around, and how can we guarantee that the information we are getting is correct and doesn't include any viruses and so on. So, of course, there are lots of challenges. Big data is already there, but how to use it, that's the question in the future. Another topic that you probably heard of is Internet of Things, IoT, which means that the internet is everywhere and it's wherever, whenever, and whatever, so it's available all the time. And it doesn't only consider or include devices, it also means targeted messages to specific people in specific situations. And my favorite example is a fridge that knows when you're out of milk, sends the order to the shop, and then delivers it to my home and pays via mobile or online. That would be really great. It's not happening yet, at least not with my fridge, but still, I would love to have that sort of fridge. Would skip all the daily groceries, and it would be great. So Internet of Things, one of the things in the future that will spread around. Then there are bots. You probably, or maybe, you have had a chat discussion with some service provider or web shop or somewhere, and you've been thinking that, why are they speaking so bad English or Finnish? Are they foreigners, or is there some other reason? Well, it might happen that it's a bot. It's a chat bot. It's a machine that is programmed to answer the most popular questions in a certain way. And that's something that happens today. There are also robots. There's a hotel in Japan that is run by robots. That's an extension of bots as well. Then one challenge in the future is the variety of devices. It's not only computers, PCs. We have our mobiles, we have our tablets, we have Androids, and we have iPhones and all sorts of stuff, which make it difficult. But nowadays we have quadrocopes, we have VR glasses, we have holograms, digital modeling, gesture control devices, and so on. And devices as such, they aren't the challenge, but the challenge is actually how to create information that is suitable for all of them. How to create information that is good and desirable for customers. It used to be difficult for companies to create web pages that were responsive for PCs and mobiles. But now it's not enough with that. You've got to think the whole variety of devices in the future. Still, mobile becomes the main channel, or is the main channel already. But mobile as such it's not the device that is the challenge. It's not even the information in the device as such, but it the information becomes more sophisticated. It means that we are going to get more and more targeted messages based on the location. So when we are in a special place, so we get different messages. Also, more payments will be done by mobile, even more and more. And then, of course, the form of mobile phones is going to get a bit different. You see in the picture the secret bracelet, which is a bracelet that gives you a hologram to your hand, and then you can surf in the internet or call your friends or play games with the hologram. So that's also the future. Virtual reality and augmented reality. Well, they are already here. We have already holograms as well. But how to use them? How to use them in products so that we can give our customers even more enhanced experiences by combining the virtual reality or add something with augmented reality, and also how to use them in marketing. We have really nice examples of 360 videos and so on, but it has to do with the involvement of the customer even more. It's not just one-sided, as I think 360 videos are. So it means that the experiences are going to be more and blurred between the offline and online. So one of the things in the future is that couchsurfing, so that we have our VR glasses or computers in front of us and we are going to travel abroad, is going to be more and more popular. And there are several reasons for that. Of course, one is the money, and the fuel is going to get more and more expensive, which means that the travel costs, the transportation is going to get more and more expensive, so people won't have money to travel in the future. One is the preservation of the natural resources. That's one of the things that we are trying to add virtual reality to things so that we can preserve some of our natural places and resources. Pollution, one of the questions as well. There might be cities that are inaccessible because of the pollution, but if you want to visit them, you can do it virtually. And then, of course, insecurity and unsafety in the world can cause that people rather stay on their home sofas and surf and experience things in a different way. I'm not saying that this is replacing the traditional tourism altogether, but it's one of the future trends that will happen. So in the future, customer decides what is good, what is bad, what is interesting, what is desirable. So instead of informing, persuading, and reminding customer, one should demonstrate, which is possible with the VR, for instance, involve with different things, and empower, let the customers provide information and so on. So it means also the sharing and co-creation, which actually isn't really new thing, but still that's the future as well, even in extended way. What this means for the company is that the company should personalize their products, services even more for each customer, and still keep the authenticity there, so that they are authentic experiences. They are real experiences. That's what customers want. Also, location and situation based marketing will be tomorrow's trend. We were talking about big data, so analytics and follow-up, even more and more important. Current and real-time information, and then also this experience and opacity. So experience traveling will be even more and more important. People they don't want mass tourism, they want authentic experiences. They want to know, and local experiences in many ways. They aren't interested in created stuff. So this was very short presentation of the future of travel and tourism industry. Thanks a lot. See you next time.